Fresh from hosting a successful football World Cup, Vladimir Putin arrived in Helsinki in a blaze of glory, albeit half an hour late. The Russian president has a history of making world leaders wait for him, and Donald Trump, looking far from impressed, consequently delayed his own arrival at the meeting, ensuring he was the last to turn up. But as the pair sat down together, the US president delivered a wink and some effusive praise.
Well, first of all, Mr. President, I'd like to congratulate you on a really great World Cup, one of the best ever, from what everybody tells me, one of the best ever.
In a break with diplomatic convention, the pair held a one-on-one meeting with no official agenda, leaving some nervous about what might be agreed with no advisers in the room to keep check.
President Trump brought up the issue of so-called Russian interference. The Russian state never interfered and doesn't plan to interfere in US internal affairs, including in the electoral process.
Putin's answer may not have been a surprise, but Trump's was when he was asked who he believed, his own intelligence director who says Russia did interfere in the election, or Putin.
Dan Coates came to me and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be.
This meeting was extraordinary for many reasons, perhaps none more so than Donald Trump's apparent siding with Russia over his own intelligence officials. There had been concerns coming into the summit that he'd failed to confront Vladimir Putin over the election meddling issue. But that seems small fry now, and his move here has prompted shock and shame back home. This scathing tweet came from John Brennan, the former CIA director. Donald Trump's press conference performance in Helsinki rises to and exceeds the threshold of high crimes and misdemeanours. It was nothing short of treasonous. Not only were Trump's comments imbecilic, he is wholly in the pocket of Putin. The private talks were followed by a wider bilateral meeting, the pair agreeing to cooperate on arms control and in Syria to establish security along Israel's border. But the presidents admit they do still have their differences on many issues, including Russia's annexation of Crimea, but both see the summit as the first step in restoring trust between their two countries.
The Cold War ended long ago. The times of acute ideological opposition between the two countries has become a thing of the past. The global situation has profoundly changed.
As the two leaders left Helsinki, it was clear decades of American foreign policy had just been overturned. It's unlikely a meeting like this would have happened under former US presidents. But this is Trump-era diplomacy, and the rulebook has been thrown out the window.